sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Play 1, and Prescott to the air. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On play action, now Rodgers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Josiah DeGuara from 4 yards out. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Devondre Campbell, the one who fought his way in there to make the play.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 35. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. And he's going to get this down near the 25. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Up the middle. Here's Elliott. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Prescott. Oh, and now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. He'll get this to Lazard. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation. would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Packers. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Now Prescott. Pass incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Prescott yet again. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. 1st down in the red zone. Here's Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. To throw is Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. T.Y. Hilton from 8 yards out. And the Cowboys get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now on first down. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And again, it's Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. Rodgers to throw once more. And Lazard's got it again. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers got a man. That's Lazard. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards, the final tally.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape.
That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Rodgers will throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. And the Cowboys are able to recover. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Boy, that was pretty. Sidestepping defenders on his way to a pickup of 9 yards. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Prescott to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping.
And Prescott, his third interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be.
And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking out some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Nixon now from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. They'll roll him out right. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. He'll find Jones again. Complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Rodgers on target there to Lazard. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And a quick throw here. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Throw right side, going to be complete to DeGuara. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josiah DeGuara. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Rodgers again now. And this is going to be intercepted.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly.
And my goodness, another interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like, that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Rodgers looking to throw. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, many of them just want to take advantage of it to the last second.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Rodgers throwing here. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. On play action, Rodgers. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. This one swung out here to Jones. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And this is going to be caught. So add two more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. So it's all over. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons. The veteran punter Bradley Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They picked up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Out of the gun, Purdy. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. On 4th down, here's Purdy. Open man is Ayuk, complete. He's got the first down, and more than that, touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 36 yards. And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. 1st and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota at their own 17-yard line. Off the play fake, Mariota out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. The sack backs him up, so now Mariota in Atlanta dealing with a 3rd and long. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Mariota now from the 50. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And some room to maneuver. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson, 32 yards. And the Falcons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40. Ray McLeod. He will score. Touchdown, 49ers. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Play action now. Mariota rolling to his right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try and pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield, marking down at the 49. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for 1st and 10. Mariota to throw it. On the move to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now Gold for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Niners 20, Falcons 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, going back to Patterson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Patterson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 49ers 3-yard line.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try to run with Patterson. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons are back within a score. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 87 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Again, Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
A good first down call as the screen play gets them 9. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Purdy. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Purdy. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brock Purdy. As the first half is winding down. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now stands at 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Final play of the half here. Mariota going for the deep ball. He's got a man complete. And he's in for the touchdown. And the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with the clock at all zeros, they get the touchdown to make this just a one-score game into the lockers.
And you know what else it does? Besides boost their confidence, it doesn't change your game plan in it. See, if they're down bigger going into the half, you may have to revise what you plan to do in the second. But now in this spot, within one score in striking distance, you go ahead and keep playing and do what you've worked on all week long.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. But gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Mariota. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now an option play on 2nd down. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Here's Purdy. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, 59 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. They'll look to throw, and he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. Oh, good return up past the 30. Avery Williams. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. On 2nd and 7, Purdy winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Purdy. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Purdy on 4th down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Down the left sideline. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Niners 42, Falcons 28. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Mariota. Dancing to his left. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. But he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw Mariota. Another completion right back to Patterson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Mariota now. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Brock Purdy with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the 49ers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Niners 49, Falcons 35.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Fred Warner.